very, very young. It's a habit that was inculcated in me when I was very young by my parents. And I grew with it. And so I'm always excited when events like this come up to give children the opportunity to enjoy and love reading because it broadens your knowledge. My name is Asiedua Akomia, and it's time for us to talk about Ghana's premier literacy competition for kids. Pebi Cabs, I wish they were here to give us a response. Pebi Cabs.
Success is just
exactly. So I have Kezia and Cynthia here. I'm going to give them an opportunity to introduce themselves to us, and then we'll get talking on the 4th edition of this wonderful competition that's about to happen. So please, go ahead.
Yeah. So my name is Cynthia Maulawe-Kudo, and I am the COO of Pebi Cabs Africa.
Nice, okay.
And I am Kezia Agbenyega. I'm Head of Content and Programs at Pebi Cabs Africa.
Well, I know that I've given our viewers a little bit about Pebi Cabs and all of that, but then you are in the best position to give us more details into it. And so, Cynthia, are you going to do us the honors?
Well, yes. Pebi Cabs, as you may have read or seen, we are the most premier, Ghanaian literacy platform offering reading opportunities for children all over the world. And we're looking beyond, the boundaries. And Pebi Cabs essentially tries to help young people cultivate the habits of reading and also give them the opportunity to critically think and also challenge the status quo. Because, the deeper you get into reading, the more knowledge you gain, and then the better you're able to articulate yourself, given every other platform.
Right.
So Pebi Cabs serves as the gateway to enhance learners' abilities and opportunity to be able to accelerate growth in their learning and in their general life.
Beautiful. Now let's talk about the motivation or the inspiration behind this. Kezia?
So the inspiration behind Pebi Cabs, it started as a family endeavor. So our CEOs is that hear children read, and also they had the advantage, having the advantage of living across a public library in Montreal. They got a chance to borrow lots and lots of books, and the children became voracious readers.
Right.
So on a family trip to Ghana, they decided to bring lots of books because they were going to stay, they were coming for an extended stay. And when they brought these books, they realized that other children were interested in reading as well. So they started, Pebi Cabs actually started as a physical library, but then when COVID-19 came around, there was a pivot to make it an educational technology company, giving children who were home and the lockdown access to books. And it has gone beyond a family endeavor to now serving children in Ghana and beyond.
I was going to ask him, you have mentioned exactly what it serves, what it does, so what at the end of the day these kids would get. But let's talk about the participation of participants. What criteria do you use in selecting the students to partake in this?
So for the inter-schools reading competition, for example, we did open our portals to all schools, and what the challenge was for they to have more than 10 cabs reading actively.
Okay.
Because what we're trying to promote is not an event. What we're trying to promote is a consistent lifestyle. Because we want to curate reading in these individuals that we are targeting. And so once we opened it up, they were made to read between a given period from October to February.
Okay.
And it would marvel you to know that we had well over 50 schools participating actively with Cabs reading over 10,000.
What?
10,000 books. Look, we do have Cabs as young as 8 years reading well over 600 books within a space, and you're wondering how did they actually do it? Yes, that's exactly the same sentiment and the same all we have when we actually go back to the back end of our portal to look at it and all of that.
You must feel so proud.
We really are. We really are.
Our heads
We really
are
are.
resting.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very impressive.
It's incredible. It's incredible. And, further on when we've had them read, what we had to do now is to verify the results, because we didn't want to come up here and tell the world that a cab had read when in fact maybe it was mommy or daddy or somebody else that did. And that's why we had to go around from school to school and actually verify for ourselves.
So when you say go around, it means you traveled all over?
Yes, exactly.
All over Ghana?
Yes, yes. we started off from Cape, went to Takwa, then to Kumasi, Navrongo, all the way to Wa.
Oh.
Yes, all the way to Wa. And we just got back, and then Ho.
Yeah.
We just got back on Friday. You know, we've been on the road. Well,
how long did it take you?
Almost 14 days.
14 days in all.
Yeah.
Yes.
Must be super tiring.
Yes,
but it's your love for it.
The joy.
Exactly.
The joy was just incredible. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so beautiful and this is wonderful. So it's all about the inter-school reading quiz. And like I said, I'm super, super excited that the 4th edition is just around the corner. I mean, it's coming up. So let's give our viewers some more details into this year's edition.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's next after the verification? On Thursday and Friday, we're going into the round of 32, which is a knockout stage. So we have 32 schools participating from all over the country. And what is going to happen is we're going to have 8 contests, 4 contests, 8 schools per day. No, 16 schools per day, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Per day, having 4 contests. And so they're going to go out or stay in based on how they perform. So they've been given some selected books to read for this particular contest. And once they read it and come on, we are hoping that they would be able to answer the questions and move on into the next stage.
So the photo that was on the screen, if you can take it back, I wanted to know exactly what was going on there so we can get some more explanations into it. Just, this one in particular, what was going on here?
So during the verification stage, there is a written verification test where the children are supposed to verify the books they have read.
Oh, okay.
So we set questions based on each individual learner and what they have read, the books they have read. They have specific questions specific to them. So you would have a different set of questions. I would have a different set of questions because we are catering to specific learners and what they have read.
Yeah.
But then in what we call the Wheel of Suspense, it's a fun round where the children come together and justify their school's inclusion, so to speak.
Okay.
So this is based on the top books read by the school. And those who come together to answer are the top 10 readers from the school.
So we have food, animals, sports, nature and science, what?
Continents and countries.
Okay, continents and countries, and then general knowledge.
Yes.
Okay.
So we select books, we set questions within all these categories and ask them the questions.
Must be fun.
It is.
It is, you know. Because especially that you need to really dig deep into your mind to recall an answer because, you know, these questions are coming from random spaces. You know, once you choose continents, it can come from any of the books on our portal and you need to really get it. It doesn't get easy.
No, I don't think so. I don't think it does. But are you open for sponsorships, partnerships?
Yes, we are. So thankfully, we're doing this in partnership with the UNESCO.
Okay.
And we have some support as part of the MasterCard EdTech Fellowship. We have some support for MasterCard as well. But then we are open to sponsorship from individuals, corporate bodies, NGOs, anybody who wants to join us to build a reading culture in Ghana and Africa. We are open and excited to receive you to be part of this reading endeavor.
Super duper. Anyway, so final message that you want to leave out there before we go, Cynthia?
Yes, certainly we just want to be able to throw a challenge to all schools in this whole country and beyond. We do know that when children read, they become better leaders. In fact, in Pebby Cups, we do have a reader today, a leader tomorrow.
Right.
And so we want to be able to encourage more schools to sign up to our program. Would say that just look out for us on all the social media spaces. Contact us so we can enroll your school and onboard your school. For individual parents out there as well, we want to be able to encourage you to get your cups on board because we know that the work you're doing in terms of the investment you're making into that child's future can be guaranteed and safeguarded if they can read today, so that they can have deeper understanding and be able to propel themselves. In fact, you take pride when you go out with your child and they can actually articulate themselves.
Yes.
It makes you feel good
that
that money has been worth the investment. And so those will be our words to all parents out there, all institutions, for corporate organizations as well, we do have packages where we can enroll all your employees. And so please just reach out to us and we'll be more than happy.
How do they reach out to you?
So we do have our Instagram handles and Pebi Cabs. We have a website as well. And we do have some numbers as well that we believe will be put out there, and they can always reach out to us. We will be more than happy to come over and have some conversations.
It's been great having you here. Kezia?
Yeah, before I leave, I just want to say thank you to Multimedia.
Exactly.
Multimedia is driving this across various channels, and we are very grateful to you. Yeah. We're grateful to a few other people who have come on board to help. Hotel Philadelphia. Trenor Laundry, Trenor Laundry Services, ITC, and all the individuals and corporate bodies who have supported us so far. We say thank you to them.
And just to add that, Multimedia actually went round the country with us. So we didn't do this all by ourselves. You've been awesome, and we simply love you.
Oh, we love you too. And thank you for this great initiative. And we know that in the next 5 years, Pebi Cabs is going to blow bigger and better than this. We're going to have more schools coming on board each and every year. So parents, guardians, corporate institutions, please, it's time for you to be on board this great initiative. Cynthia, thank you so much for your time this morning. Kezia as well, thank you. Cynthia is the Chief Operating Officer, and Kezia is the Head of Content and Programs. Thank you once again. Thank you. All right. So my name is Asia Duakomi, and that's it for this particular conversation. But it's time for me to bring you updates in the world of trends to not go away. I'll be back shortly.